Hello, everyone. This is my final presentation on why we need humanities, and my name is Latricia Maddox. Why humanities is needed in our curriculum. Humanities is literature, art, and music of both ancient and modern languages. This includes the performing art, philosophy, compatible religion, cultural studies, but also history, anthropology, and linguistics and social studies. Humanities is important because students should be required to know what literature, art, and music derive from today. Art. What is art? The expression or appreciation of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form such as a painting or a sculpture, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. Art and humanities are sculptures, paintings, and pictures from ancient time and modern time. Examples of art is like the Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. It's a half-length portrait painting by Italian Renaissance artist Leonardo da Vinci. Has been described as the best known, most viewed, and highest priced ever. The subject is Lisa Girandolini, the medium, which means what the painting is made of is oil on popular panel. The location is at the Musée du Louvre in Paris, and the year it was made was 1503 to about 1506 and until about 1517. Literature. What is literature? I'm sorry, let me go back. Okay, so the reason why this painting is really important is because this is basically an artifact. It's a painting that was made from before in the olden times, and it's of a woman. This is of a woman. The painting is it doesn't look like when you look at it, you see a woman, a beautiful woman, and she has like this smirk on her face, like she owns the world. This painting is a lot of money, and it's very rare. Not a lot of people have this painting in their house. It's a lot of duplicates, but it's only a couple of these paintings around the world. And if we didn't have humanities, no one would know like what how much this painting actually cost. No one would know why this painting is so important to us today. Literature, what is it? Written works, especially those considered of the superior or lasting artistic merit. Books and writings published on a particular subject. Literature is important because they express how the artist felt in that moment, in that time. They convey emotions and feelings of events and historical eras of ancient and modern times. Examples of literature. This is one of my favorite. Actually, it's called The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. Clearly, the wallpaper represents the structure of a family, medicine, and tradition in which the narrator finds herself trapped. Wallpaper is domestic and humble, and Gilman skillfully uses these nightmarish, hideous papers as a symbol of the domestic life that trapped so many women. The publication date was 1892. The genre was captivity, narrative, feminist literature. Okay, so Gilman was a feminist, and she came about in the feminist era. She wrote a lot of like papers, and she did a lot of speeches on women having a voice and being able to express themselves without being reprimanded or looking down on. The reason why she was so important is because at the time women didn't have a lot of voice. Like they were unable to speak up really. Like she was like confined to a bed and asked to stay there by her husband and her doctor because they felt that she was going crazy, and actually her being in the bed drove her more crazy. And basically that's what the story is about a woman that basically disappeared into the wild because they wouldn't let her out. Gilman actually divorced her husband, and she aborted the treatment of bed rest, and she got married again and lived the rest of her life, and she was actually very successful at it. The piece of literature is important because it helps readers understand the captivity of women's minds and their lack of powers back then. Without humanity, this kind of literature would be lost. There would be no understanding of why feminism was important. Conclusion. Humanities has a lot of significance today because of the history that makes it. It's really important to know where we came from. Thank you very much.